Guys, question lang. How many cookies used to be inside the dewberry pack? Because I can't be the only one.
He's
So,
bugging us.
no, it's two. I promise
Show
you
them the
guys.
Where's the
evidence.
steak?
It's
Show them
true.
evidence. Talk is cheap.
There's
Show
No,
three,
them,
man.
there's no evidence because on Instagram, people
there's no
like
evidence.
majority
You
really
sent
did
us
vote
pictures.
for
What are you talking
three.
about?
Yeah, so we found pictures, but I'm telling you guys, doesn't the fact that like a subset
It's
of the
trans-
population voted for two mean that like there was one that existed? Because what we all just missed na lang the third cookie.
You guys are
Right.
hallucinating collectively.
Our parents are just like, nah.
For majority of our childhood, we were hallucinating.
So they say it's three, we say it's two. Put it in the comments below and we'll find out who's the real winner.
Via democracy.
1, 2, 3, 4. Welcome, friends, to our podcast where the topics range wide and the vibe is lax. Screw up, sesh. Screw up, sesh. Welcome, everybody, to the Sus Podcast.
So, hey everyone, screw up the episode of the Sus Podcast. Today's episode is a very special one. With the ongoing pandemic, life as we know it has shifted drastically. Because of this, I feel like it's safe to say that we all learned that one of the biggest things we should be thankful for is our frontliners, always ready to serve for our safety. They are our own, essentially, superheroes who selflessly commit to their jobs, to which they are very passionate about. And with that being said, it's an honor for us here to have two guests who are aspiring to be a part of professions in the world. With that being said, let's welcome our guests, Maia Antonio and Kat Rigor.
Hi guys. Hi.
So do you guys want to introduce yourselves?
Hi, so my name is Maia. I'm an incoming second year medical student. So I'm not a frontliner yet, but hopefully soon I will be. I'm in Bethania School of Medicine and Public Health. As I said, I'm incoming second year, so I really just finished my first year of medicine, totally like 100% online because of the pandemic. But I'm alive and I'm here. And it's nice to also meet the next speaker who's actually going to be joining me in this school soon. So, Kat, take it away.
Hi, I'm Kat. I'm a fresh grad from the Ateneo de Manila University with a degree in life sciences, and I'll be entering the Ateneo School of Medicine and Public Health this August. So, if for her experience, it was unique that she took her first year completely online. For me, it was the whole application process that went online, but I'm sure we can go deeper into that later.
Wow, they're doing our jobs. I feel speechless. So those are our guests. So hello everyone. Welcome back, yes, to another episode of the SUS podcast. Like Diego said, today's topic is very special because this is literally something that the four of us don't know anything about, which is why we feel that we should be further educated, as well as all other people who will either be going through this experience in the near future, or people who can relate to what these two guests are going through right now. For sure, medical students are the future heroes of society, especially in this pandemic time, because the world will never not need doctors. And the journey to get here and the journey after med school is definitely going to be a very interesting one and a very challenging one. But we have no doubt that these two are going to make excellent doctors. And we're here to find out more about, what inspired them to become doctors, the process of applying to med school, going through med school, and all of that as well.
I think for me, it was a super clear path because both my parents are doctors, but none of my brothers followed down the same path. So for me, it was kind of just a no-brainer. But then when I say it like that, it's kind of like I was pressured into it. But for me, it was always just like how much I enjoyed the atmosphere. So my parents don't really work in the hospital anymore. We have our own clinic. And I really grew up there. Like I'd spend my afternoons there if I came home early from school. So I'd be talking to the patients. I'd be hiding in the pharmacy. I remember when I was a kid, I got pagalitan because I wanted to play pharmacist. So I took different meds and then I just mixed it all together. And then I just left it there. And I was like, that's my magic potion. It's gonna heal you. And then I was like, wait, you know when you're doing something wrong and you just it's slowly sinking in like, wait, I shouldn't have done that. So I was sitting there looking at it like, oh no, this is not a good idea. So I ran. I hid behind the couch and then for like 2 hours everyone was just looking for me. But yeah, I think that aside from just having my parents be doctors, it was just always a part of me. And then, when you're doing things and you just feel like, this feels right to me. I feel like that's how the journey was for me.
I've always known that I wanted to be a doctor. I think it started in grade 6. It was the first time that we had biology in our curriculum. And I remember going home and just drawing the entire circulatory system over and over again because I was just so fascinated with how it worked. And ever since then, I've been so in love with science. Maybe not like, the hard sciences, like physics, I'm not really a big fan, but there's a lot of physics in that. But I'm not really a big fan of physics, but biology and chemistry, like org-chem, I've always been so amazed by it. I'm not necessarily great at it, but it's always been fun for me. So I think knowing that I wanted to be a doctor was really because it was a meeting point between what I was interested in and what I felt like could help the society. So I think that's really how you find your purpose. It's finding the intersection of what you're good at and what the world needs. And when I was thinking of, like what profession I wanted, there was never any question. It was always medicine. It was always being a doctor, even if there was no doctor around me. Because I enjoyed it and because I felt like it's something the Philippines needs. We will always need doctors, as Ton said a while ago. And we don't just need a lot of doctors, we need good doctors, and we need doctors who are going to stay, and we need doctors who want to help Filipinos and want to make, the Philippine healthcare system better. So that's what I'm hoping to become. I'm not there yet, but yeah, that's where I'm hoping to, take a few steps towards that particular goal. I feel like online classes made me see the importance of a routine and being able to stick to it. So being able to wake up at 8 a.m. every day to study until 5 p.m. and then do other things 5 p.m. onwards, and then maybe study a little bit later. That's the biggest difference. I don't think I would have had a routine as solid as that if I had to go to school physically. And now that I finished one whole year with that mindset and with that kind of life flow. If in the event that we do go back to face-to-face classes, that will be something that I will take from this online learning setup and kind of put that in the face-to-face setup.
Those are my preparations. 1, getting to know myself and what works for me. 2, watching everyone else study for med school. 3, talking to a lot of people about how their med school life is like. And even though it's different for everyone, it's nice to get an idea of what's going on. And I think 4 is really just appreciating the relationships you have around you and seeing how these will help you and they will be your support system. It's true that we are going to be taking our exams alone. You're going to be sitting across a prof answering that question alone. But in all the moments outside that, you don't have to be alone. So yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's very true.
Every step that you're going to face, whether it's med school, applying for a job, applying for any post-grad, or really just figuring things out, every step is going to feel daunting until you take that step. So you have to have the courage and that faith in yourself to take the leap. I know it sounds cliche, like it's what everyone says, just do it. But really, you're ready to take that leap, whatever it may be. If you're too scared to apply for that job, just do it anyway. And not everything will go your way. You're going to face rejections, and some things aren't going to go your way. And that's fine. In every experience, there's always something to learn. Like, you're not going to be the perfect person for every job, but you're going to be the perfect person for the right job that's for you. And you just have to find that. You have to find peace with yourself also, that you can't win every battle. So moving forward, kind of just have the faith in yourself and in the way that things will go, and know that where you are now is where you're meant to be. And you may seem stuck, you may seem helpless, but it's okay. As long as you're going through the days. Just waking up every day is a big enough deal. Like, you already did that. And maybe some days you take bigger steps than others. But today, if all you could do is wake up and, maybe eat, drink water, that's fine too. But one day you're really gonna figure out where you're headed.
First, I guess focusing on med students and the medical profession in general. I mean, I'm really just starting out, so I don't know as much as the doctors know. But if there's anything that I've learned from my mentors and my professors, it's that medicine is lifelong learning. It's lifelong studying. And sometimes that can be draining, but it's really just, you just have to keep going. You just have to read one page at a time, one word at a time. And every day just keep telling yourself that I know more today than I did yesterday. And that should be all the reassurance you need. And that will be what will motivate you. And this is actually something my prof told us, because I easily get overwhelmed with work and with stuff to study. But when he told us that on a Zoom call with our entire batch, he's like, you guys, you know it now. You already know more today than you did yesterday and the day that you started med school. That for me was already a big achievement. And it's just constantly reminding yourself that, yeah, I am learning. I'm maybe learning at a slow pace. I may be learning at a fast pace, but I'm learning. And bottom line is, I will get there someday, but I just have to keep going. So for medicine, it really is a totally different challenge. And if someone were to come up to me and ask me one thing, that would be the one thing that I told them. On the other hand, I think for people who are maybe applying for a job like recto, or going to law school like Incel, or just figuring things out like Ton and Diego, which is also
That's
no
a special
pressure.
mention.
Take your time, guys.
Nice.
But if anything, I
Yeah.
think
Yep.
just introspect and kind of just see, is my heart in the right place? Because if it is, everything will just fall into place. And it will be hard. I mean, you can't escape the hard of life. But if your heart is in the right place, things will go smoothly and things will go good for you, I think. And if you're doing things good, not just for yourself, but good for the people around you, good for your society, then I don't see any reason why God, or why the universe, if you don't believe in God, why the universe would give you otherwise, or would give you something other than what you feel your purpose is. So if your heart is in the right place, things will fall into place. Is all I think. That is all, Ton.
Hey, you! Yeah, you! Like what you just saw? We're posting the video highlights of our episodes here on YouTube. If you want the whole thing, the full audio version is available on Spotify. Thanks for watching!